Hello, I am Wallace, the Polish toy guy. Thank you for joining me in today's video, in which I'm going to show you how to transform Warrior/Deluxe Decepticon Soundwave from the new Transformers Robots in Disguise toy line. This video will cover both the transformation from vehicle to robot mode and back. Let's start with transforming Soundwave from his vehicle mode to his robot mode. But first, just to show you his weapon gimmick in this mode, you can arm him up. As you can see, he has 4 easily accessible 5mm weapon ports on him in this mode. 2 over here, and his gun actually can be stored underneath, which is the case right now. As you can see, it stores between his legs. There are 2 special, shall we say, teeth that wrap around the edges of his feet. So let's remove that. I'm going to show you how to install this when we transform him back into vehicle mode. But yes, to complete his mode, we can now attach it over here. And from this point, we can detach it again to commence the main transformation, which I like to start by detaching his very sadly visible forearms from his legs. So we just unplug them over here. And there's one more tab over here behind this plate. So we release that, and this will allow us to use this hinge and the ball joint that's beneath to raise this whole structure up. This will become his arm, as will this, so let's raise it up, and this allows us to operate the legs, which are tabbed into the roof of the vehicle mode using 2 tabs that attach to his knee guards. So we raise the legs up a bit to release that lock, and now we can swing them down. And there's actually a hinge that connects the front of his crotch plate with the, well, shall we say, his main bottom. So when we swing this down, we will attach these together, as you can see, like that. And now we can straighten up his legs to the fullest and separate them. This tab keeps them together, and now we can transform them, which I like this simple procedure. You just swing out his feet, just like that. Then you use the rear wheels to fill up these cavities. And now you just swing these on his thigh joints. And now the legs are in their robot mode position, so let's change this for the top as well. So first we want to lift this up by this back edge, and moving this up will allow us to access the head, which is on this small blue platform. So we just swing it out like that, and now this is actually a double hinge, so now we use this secondary hinge to raise this part above the vehicle mode roof, just like that. And it's not connecting in any super secure way. You do feel that it does rest in its final position, but it's nothing super secure. So when we finish the transformation, we can secure this with the gun, which will definitely act as a good lock for this. But for now, let's transform the arms. So first we can hide these plates behind the forearms. Now we can use this whole hinge to move the arms from behind the wheels to below them, to around such position. This will gently click into position in both configurations, and to finish the arm transformation we can swing these wheel covers to the sides to form sort of shoulder shields. And Soundwave's transformation is almost complete. Now we can just snatch the gun and use it to lock the torso together. And now Soundwave's robot mode is fully complete. And in this mode, Soundwave has 2 play features other than his posability. And the first one is that in this mode, using the weapon ports on his forearms and on his shoulders, you have access to 6 weapon ports in total, so if you want to Rambo him up, that's fully possible if you have enough weapons. And the other feature is that at the back of his butt, there's a small hole that is actually action-based compatible, so if you want to get Soundwave posed in the air, that is also possible. And with the gimmicks covered, now let's transform him back into vehicle mode. We can start transforming Soundwave back into his vehicle mode by removing his gun. This will also remove sort of a seal that connected this piece and this piece of the jet together, but we will start with transforming the forearms. So first we can flip these side covers so that they, well, cover the wheels from above, and now we can flip out these panels so that they end up above the forearm, and now we use this hinge to move the entire forearm behind the wheel, and you will know when you're done when this piece and this piece align, just like that. So again, let's change the order now. Use this hinge to swivel this back. In the middle we can flip out this panel from inside and then align these like this. Now we can push this to the top, to the front. It's very simple using this double hinge. While we have Soundwave in this position, we can flip up his head to the back until we can see this panel instead of his head. And now we can use this hinge closer to the head to conceal this head and to make the cabin's windscreen visible. Just like that. And now we can work on the legs. So first we have this small hinge over here that connects the bottom of the crotch to the top of the crotch and the waist. So we grab the legs and pull it back to create this gap where we can stick our fingers in. And now we can transform the legs by first flipping them outside 180 degrees. Now we can get our hands on the rear wheels and flip them out from the inside of the leg until they tab over here. And with that done, we can flip the feet inside where the wheels were previously. So again, flip this out, flip this in. And now using this slot and this tab, we connect the legs together. And now we bend them at the knees so that these small, rarely visible slots connect to these tabs below the weapon posts on Soundwave's former shoulders. So we can start here and then move this up and then slightly angle it down to make this plugging easier, and now it stays connected firmly. And the final piece of the transformation to this mode is to use this connection of ball joint and simple swivel to lower the shoulders down until the forearms tab to the legs using this slot and this tab. So we push this down and we connect the tab, and we can also use this small tab over here to connect it to this panel we flipped from inside of the forearm to secure the connection further. Just like that, and it leaves the forearms painfully visible, but that's the toy design. We can't do anything about that, so again, double hinge to lower everything into position, and tab A, slot A, and tab B, slot B. We connect everything, and depending on what we want to do with the gun, we can either store it underneath the toy, or we can put it into my preferred position over here in this weapon post. And with that done, Soundwave's vehicle mode, his armored truck mode, is now complete. But if you prefer to have the weapon hidden under the vehicle mode, no problem. We will jab the barrel behind or beneath the rear crotch piece of the robot mode and use these two small teeth at the other end of the gun to rest it between these edges of the robot mode feet. So let's first insert it over here, and then we lower this until it slides over these parts, which is not so easy to show, but as you can see, it's not a super tight, secure connection, but nonetheless you do not risk that the gun will fly out of the toy on its own. And that's all for this transformation guide. I hope it was useful to you and you liked it. More guides like this are coming soon, and in the meantime feel free to suggest a new one in the comments. I might just have the toy you want to see transformed. I will catch you again in the next video, and until then, stay well. Polish Toy Guy signing out.